last lookup video, and this time we're going to type in our values instead of choosing from an existing query or table as the basis for the lookup drop-down list values. So this time let's use the student table this time. So we'll open the student table up, and we just want to create a very simple drop-down list for the gender field. So it'll show either F for female or M for male. And switch back here to design view, and we'll launch the wizard the same way we did the other one. Click on the field of interest and then go to the data type, and it's still going to be a text data type. This is just a way to launch the wizard from that location. Now in this case, as we talked about a second ago, there's no table out there that lists the choices, so we're going to have to type them in. So we choose that, and whenever you use the wizard as a type-in, it's going to ask you how many columns of data do you want displayed in the drop-down list. And in this case, I'm going to do 2 because I want to have F here and then female as like an explanation of there. And then here we'll do M and male. Now these are pretty obvious, but you know, if this was like state, PA would be Pennsylvania, KY Kentucky, OH Ohio, and so on. So sometimes it's nice to have column 1, column 2, this being the actual value that's going to get stored in the table, this being the description, so a person that's picking from the list is confident that they've picked the correct choice. So once you've made the number of columns and you've populated them with what you want to be in the actual drop-down list, then you choose Next. And the bound column or the store column, the one that's going to hold the data, 99 times out of 100 will be column 1, and it is in this case. So column 1 is what I want to have selected here, and then Next. And then gender is already the name of the column, so we're good for that. And do I want to limit the list? And the answer to that's yes. I don't want a person to be able to add on to it or to type something else in there. So by checking that, I ensure that they're kind of stuck with the values that I've provided them. And what you don't want to ever do is check this box, allow multiple values. It's never a good idea, because in essence what you're saying is that for any given record in the table, I could put multiple values for this particular field in that one record, and that would be a direct violation of, you guessed it, first normal form. One of the very first things you learn in database design is that you can't have what we call repeating values or multiple values for one field in any given record. And so by doing that, you would be breaking that rule. Now it's a nice little gimmick, and it makes it easy if you're going to keep this thing in access forever. A little tougher to query on and those kinds of things. But the biggest problem of all is that if you ever want to take this database and scale it up to a Oracle or a MySQL or SQL Server, it won't work. So you really don't want to use multiple values in a field. So don't check that box, and then go ahead and finish it up and save your table, and then we'll switch out here to datasheet view and give it a test like that. So I have F female, M male. Now these columns are a little bit too wide, so I'm going to narrow them down. So F is, you know, the first column was only like a 1/4 of an inch wide or something like that, and then that'll give us an opportunity to investigate a little bit as well. So let's switch to design view, and with the gender field selected, if we click on the lookup tab here, you can see that the field is a combo box now, and it's a value list, and then here are the values to the list. The bound column, meaning the column that stores the value, is the first one. There are a total of 2 columns, and you could have column headings if you wanted to. And then here's the column widths. This is the part that we wanted to narrow down. I don't need that first column to be 1 inch wide, so I'll get rid of that and I'll put in 0.25, and we'll give that a test and see how that looks. So the point being with all this is that you could conceivably do this manually, right? I could select a field and then change it from text box to combo box, and then choose the table or query or type of value list. So using the wizard, all it really does is this process here. It just does it for you kind of in